We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. This is just an LFR night talk where I'm just going to be joining forces with some of the brightest people that I know, and some of the dopest from all over the United States. And we're just going to talk about some of the most hot topics that are going on. And I don't know, just you're about to learn a whole lot. Right now, I have Anna P. and Kia with me. Everybody call her you.
Hi, everyone. Again.
Hi, everyone.
Again. Now, I'm not going to introduce anything. I'm just going to have a conversation with you ladies. Where are you at mentally right now with how this country is going? And be brutally honest. Brutally honest.
Mentally, I'm on a scale from what?
Just how you feel about how the country is going.
The country is a shit show right now. Can you guys? Listen,
go ahead, break it down.
Start paying back student loans, canceling DEI, taking federal jobs, just signing a what was it, a resolution or whatever the hell you call it, to implement whooping your children in the school. I mean, what else?
I mean, do these kids not deserve a little bit of a whooping?
No, because listen, here's the thing. Where I'm from, I don't have to worry about you whooping a child and a child not retaliating. So go ahead and whoop them.
Yeah.
Hold up. You need to expound on that. What do you mean by that?
You know, the kids where I'm from carry guns to school. They carry guns, they carry weapons, they carry mace, they carry knives. So
they ready?
No, they ready. So listen, here's the thing. Every child isn't playing. Every child isn't going to let you put a paddle to their behind.
Oh, so you saying, based off of what I'm hearing, you saying that the teachers should be afraid of these children?
Yes. They already are afraid, but they should be more.
That's what I was going to say right now.
They're already afraid, but they should definitely be afraid if they are implementing what do they call it, Van?
We are allowing you to whoop these kids' ass again. Make ass whoopings great again. That's
but I will say the flip side to that is parents got to get these damn kids. They got to get your kids.
Parents need to start parenting again.
They do. They really do. So that's why I said on the flip side of that, there are some children that need to be whooped at home. I don't even know why they stopped making it a crime to whoop your own children. Not abuse them, but they need an ass whooping.
Yeah, but the problem is the lines got blurred between whoopings and actual abuse. Yeah.
I understand.
I mean, I remember growing up and I would get whoopings at home, but my parents would always tell me that when they were growing up, the norm was if you misbehaved in class, they would put pencils between your fingers and squeeze your fingers. Oh. That's the kind of corporal punishment that they received in school.
Shit, I had Miss Guy.
That is cruel.
Miss O'Neill, and Miss Guy. Miss Guy was in the 6th grade in friendship, and Miss O'Neill was the 5th grade teacher. They both would take you in that back hallway with a yardstick and whoop your head. Beat the hell out of you.
I didn't have any teachers that disciplined me, but my mother did. I am an extension cord child.
Oh
A
yeah.
milk child.
Oh yeah. Switch.
I am a go get your own switch.
Absolutely. Pick out a good one too. Don't pick out no small one.
Pick out a nice thin one. A nice thin, but yet
Something that can,
yeah, I gotta hear it.
yeah, that
Yeah.
can leave
I
a
got
wet.
the hands and the slippers thrown at me.
I had a little bit of that too. But look, I turned out okay.
I think we all did.
I mean, that's subjective. We don't know if we turn out okay. According to who?
In comparison to what the younger generation feels comfortable doing and the disrespect that they're comfortable showing, I think it's safe to say that we turned out great.
Yeah.
I think so as well.
But Van, I do want to go back to your original question. Overall, although I am a 5 mentally, I always remain positive, and I'm still looking for ways to see my glass half full, even in this. Because if you don't look for a positive in it, the only thing that you will continue to focus on is everything wrong that's happening. So there have been a couple moments where I have seen my glass half full. Like even with the student loan repayment, I checked, my portal, and I'm not in default, right? I'm not behind. So it's like I'm getting ready to internalize all this stuff that really don't even have nothing to do with me personally. I'm still in school. When it's time for me to do any repayments, it'll be 2027. So it's like, relax, right? So again, that's another glass has half full moment for me.
I think the reason that you're not in default is because you're still in school.
Yep.
People that are not in school anymore and they're working full time, that gets reported to the IRS. So they have to pay it back.
So I need to mind my business.
Yeah.
So hold on. So hold on. Just to keep it clear, please let my fans know, what do you think about Trump? I need for you to let my supporters know and my people know exactly. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna give you just a second to think about it, and it's only gonna be 2 seconds. And fam, I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor. Hit the like button for me. That's the only price of admission for the live streams. Is simply hit the like button. If you're watching me on X right now, hit that like button as well. Repost, requote, and make sure you tag me so I can show you some love too. All right. Kicks reacts. What's going on, big dog? He said, not only could teachers put hands on you, we had community ass whoopings too. That's what really helps. See, and that's the thing though. It
takes a village.
But a village now will get shot. A village now will get.
And you get shot by the kid.
Yeah.
You'll get shot by the kid. Yeah.
By the kid.
The dispensation of what things was back then is gone.
Now, I do want before you answer this question, because I ask you and Anna P. Anna P, I want to hear what you guys say about this too. When you think about Trump and how he's governing this country, what comes to mind? And I want you to be brutally honest. Now, before she answers, you can let the people know, whatever you want them to know. And don't hold back, but I'm gonna let you know. I'm here. I don't debate. I just have conversations. So
okay.
All right, you can go ahead.
I used to, my whole life, I've been a Democrat. And in 2020 was the first time that I voted for Trump. And in 2024, I gladly cast my vote for him again. And I have to say, I am ridiculously optimistic. Even though I'm not a Democrat anymore, I am not a Republican or conservative, even though I tend to lean that direction because of the way that the left has gone so far to the left. So I would be qualifying as a conservative if you asked other people based on the opinions that I hold. But I personally view myself as independent. And I'm very optimistic about what I'm seeing because I look at policies and I actually take the time to read and do my own digging beyond headlines. And I'm sorry, this is one part where I disagree with you, but in terms of the student loans, I'm currently paying off my student loans. And do not qualify for any kind of forgiveness. And for people that did have it forgiven and are now in default or not paying it off, I'm not that sympathetic because I am getting taxed 30% because I'm not married and I have no dependents or anything. And on top of that, people that have already paid off all of their student loans say they made their last payment right before Biden enacted the forgiveness. That's not fair to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair to people that actually took out the loans, paid it off, paid the interest, and now they're stuck with what? People going to school, getting a degree that they might not even use in the future, and the taxpayers are left with the bill. I don't agree with that at all. And in terms of everything else that Trump's doing, I am very optimistic. I mean, there are things that I can critique, but it's minuscule in terms of the good that I think is going to come from it. And
You don't have
in
no issue
order
with all
to
the people
dive
losing
into
their
it, it's
jobs?
going to take too much time to actually get into specific policy issues. But I'm hoping one day we do have a discussion where I could do that.
All right, cool. What about you? What you think about Trump?
What I think about Trump, I first want to start off by talking about the party, the Democratic Party. I want to talk about the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. When I became old enough to vote, shame on me because I didn't do my due diligence. Like, who told me to be Democrat or Republican? Van, our school didn't teach us that. School didn't teach us what
Not
was
at all.
what. The way I saw it, I thought that I'm so glad that I've been renewed by my mind, right? Because I was always taught that Democrats were the poor. And so I remember how I lived at one point, and I thought it was poor. But who told me to become Democrat? Who told me not to become Republican? So anyway, I have been Democrat all of my life. Right now, I don't know what the hell I am.
I feel you on that. I completely agree on that.
I don't know what the hell I am, and I don't know if I want to flip-flop. I don't know if I want to go to Republican. I feel like I'm leaning more towards being independent. But I don't know, right? Because here's the thing, I'll say this. I don't want to be associated with a lot of the things that the Republicans are clapping for. Because I've always been a community navigator, community organizer. I don't like what's happening. Because what happens to the disadvantaged? What is happening to the underserved and the underserviced? So I can't rally around. And I'll use your word, although I am optimistic because that is a part of me. I am supposed to be optimistic because I have to speak to other people and to say, hey, see it this way. Maybe it'll happen different. You know, me and my girlfriend was on the phone talking today. We were talking about that. And I'm just like, I'm trying to find the narrative to share to other people that everything is going to be okay. And while I keep saying that, I don't see it. But again, pause. That's what faith is. I just don't see it. So I don't know. I'm optimistic. I'm telling people it's going to be okay, but I don't see it. And so maybe that is going to be okay because I don't see it. If that makes sense, right? It's like,
it makes sense.
Okay.
But
so that's where I am. There are some things there are some policies that he's implementing that I've said, okay, like I think and I don't know if it's written in stone yet, but I know it was something about, for domestic violence or domestic, if you do something to a woman.
Right.
I agree with that because so many men but women too, they get away with doing things to their spouse or other people, and there is no recourse after that. So I agree with that. I don't agree. I do believe that when Biden was in office and he promised, before he got in office, he made them promises about the student loans. He should have kept hold to his promise, and he did. He should have forgiven everybody's loans. Everybody's. You had the opportunity to do it. I know it had to go through different channels, but why didn't you do it? And I don't agree that taxpayers should pay for something that everybody else have already gotten and taken advantage of. If you buy it, you pay for it. But because of what the economy looks like now, who can afford? I mean, shout out to you, Anna. You must got some money stashed away somewhere. Who can afford to pay?
I don't.
Who can afford to
I'm
pay?
working way over 8 hours a day on a salary, which means I don't get overtime, and I'm getting taxed at 30% because I live in Los Angeles. So it's ridiculous here. But one thing that I do have a question for you, Mika, not Mika. Sorry, you.
Where's Mika?
Mika's in the chat. That's why I just saw it. And
I swear. She's not even. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I can see it. Okay.
But the question that I was going to ask, dang it, I forgot. It'll come to me.
Okay. Y'all hold on to that. Y'all hold on to that. All right. Because what we're going to do, we're going to watch this video and I want to hear y'all. I want to hear y'all points. I know you're here. All right. So I want to hear y'all points on this video right here. Then we'll go back to the conversation about this country and where we are right now and your thoughts about it. Although I'm looking forward to this right here because a lot of y'all, listen, basically what you were saying was MAGA, y'all crazy as hell and you need to get your life together. That's what she's saying. She came on the show specifically to say that. MAGA, y'all need to get your daggone life together.
Crazier than not knowing how many genders there are?
See, that's the thing. It's like, that's another thing. Okay, we're going to get back into it. See, y'all, you trying to start something, Anna P. You trying to start something. All right, here we go.
It took both of her daughters to fight with her, and they both passed away because of it.
Recent witnesses say the sisters, along with their mother, went into that beauty supply store to confront worker there. Now 2 people are dead. After 3 people went inside the store Wednesday, but only 1 came out. Hot Springs police confirmed 19-year-old Mernea Myers and her sister, 22-year-old Monteria Myers, and their mother went into Simply Unique Hair Beauty Supply to confront one of the workers. They got in a fight with that employee. Witnesses say the worker was badly beaten, grabbed a gun, and shot at the women. One sister died at the scene, the other died at the hospital. Their mother got in a black car and drove off. A shooter was taken in for questioning but not arrested. Now those in the area say they worry about retaliation and are keeping quiet. They say the beauty shop worker and the owner have left the city for safety.
The 2 girls were attempting to retreat, but the beauty shop worker discharged at them from the back. Police found her actions justified. What do you think about what their mother did and who's the real victim? This mother took both of her daughters to fight with her and they both passed away because
That's wild as hell. That's wild as hell.
The
fact that she would, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all go ahead. I go after y'all.
I'm a mother. And so anything I get myself involved in is mine. It is not for me to go and get my children to get involved because in knowing what times look like now, what happened, the mother knew that could possibly have happened. That was all your beef. You should have took that. Them girls had nothing to do with that.
I can't understand. I'm not a mother, so I don't have that perspective, but I can't understand what would make you think that anything that is just as simple as a dispute at the hair salon is worth escalating into physical violence, let alone bringing your own daughters, even if it was something that was worthy of physical violence and like fighting somebody. Why are you bringing your kids and putting them in harm's way? Whether they get punched in the eye and walk off with a black eye, or what happened here. And the fact that, I mean, I read in the comments that she drove off with her 2 babies there.
Yeah.
You carried them for 9 months, went through the pain of bringing them into the world. You raised them to this point, and beyond that, now it makes me question, what kind of an example were you setting for your kids while you were raising them, where they were down to go with you, and on top of that, you leaving them? It blows my mind. She's not a mother. It's a disgrace to mothers around the world to call her a mother.
Mhm.
All right, so how I look at it is she's extremely selfish.
Mhm.
She's a coward, especially for just taking her kids there and needing her children to be there while she does something violent, because obviously she did not depend on her own skills to go there and handle that herself. So essentially she's a bitch. Excuse my French. I told y'all I am a
I agree with you.
bilingual
I second
Christian,
that.
so
So
my
I agree with
apologies.
you.
But the way I was brought up was, and I might come off as a hypocrite, but my guardian Diane, who was raising me and my brothers, whenever she had beef with a man, she let us go on him like we was little pit bulls. I don't know how many of her boyfriends she said get them, and we got them, and it was fun. We're little ass kids. I mean, I'm serious. We're little kids, but that type of energy was something that we already had. You know what I mean? And when you put children in a position like that, as the mom, as the guardian, you are responsible for them children. So if something was to happen to us, that's her bag, you know, because she said, get them. The same way that this mom, and they actually said that before the cashier or whoever was in the store, the owner or whatever, before the owner got a chance to shoot the girls, um, she was being beat really bad. So they got in there and they got busy. Like it wasn't no talking. They went in there and they went straight to getting to it. And the only got away, got to the gun and started firing. And the mom was like, save yourself.
Mm.
This also comes down to the emotional maturity of the mom. You had a dispute at the salon and you didn't know how to resolve that dispute, and instead of trying to think about it as a mature adult, what you chose to do was go get your girls as backup to go fight the owner or the employee at the salon. You're stuck in a 15, 16-year-old mentality.
Facts.
This is why people that don't emotionally mature should not have kids,
Yeah.
or give your kids up for adoption and let someone that is capable of raising them with maturity be the ones to raise them.
Because of that dark and poor mentality, there are 30 and 40-year-olds all over this country that have this same mentality.
Yeah.
Same mentality. They don't look at their children as adult. Go ahead.
What I'm thinking about as I'm listening to you both talk is I'm also thinking about what's generational. A lot of people are having children, male and female. Men are impregnating women. They're not always going the route of, getting an abortion. They're going the route of keeping it. Just because you have 5 and 6, 7 children does not immediately make you a parent. I am not the best parent, right? But I think I do the best I can with my children.
That's
When
right.
I sit and see how other people, no, when I sit and look at other children and how they do things, like how they eat with a fork or a spoon,
Or chopsticks.
man,
Shout out to the Chinese.
I am like, and I had to say that to a child before. Who taught you how to eat? And then I had to retract it because it came up. He didn't know how I was saying it, but I'm like, I didn't even know they didn't even teach you how to hold a fork. You're already 10 years old. So just because someone has had a child does not immediately make you a parent. It just doesn't. It also reminds me of mothers who put their sons out in the streets to sell drugs to make money for the home, or you put your daughters on the corner to trick to bring you back money. That lady didn't do nothing different. You put children in adult situations.
Yeah.
Now you got 2 dead children.
These beautiful damn daughters. Look at these kids, man. Look at them.
Beautiful girls.
They deserved a better mother. They deserved an actual mother. Honestly, if it was up for a vote, I would vote for her to be charged with something. Because
she should be.
Yeah.
She should be. And she might be.
The owner of the store that shot the kids,
didn't he flee?
I have no idea. I haven't read up on this story, but my point is, I think the owner that was getting beat and escaped and grabbed the gun is less culpable for their deaths than the mother is. That might be a hot take because she is the one that pulled the trigger, but those girls would never have been in that situation if their irresponsible mom did not pull them into it.
Yep.
1,000%. 1,000%. At least I think so.
Children, you might have to go to jail and do time, because I think that can be something like, I don't know, aiding and abetting. You took them up there, they lose their life. It can be a number of things. And guess what? And with what's happening now in the United States, you might just go to jail, girl, just because. You really might just go. So you don't know what you've done to your life is messed up. And is that, did it mention that those were the only children?
That's sad, man.
It's really sad. It's unfortunate. And it just goes to show that people don't consider their actions before weighing the consequences that could come from it.
Yep, which is why our prisons are full. Nobody, they don't think that far. Which state was it, Van? I missed it.
Yeah,
what state was what? Did that happen? I gotta find that. I don't know the state. I'll be lying if I try to name one right now, because the actual news channel was in the video, but since it was a smaller video, I didn't find it out. I should have though, because the person who posted it didn't write anything else to go along with it. Mika, thank you so much for the super chat. They won't, because she's a woman. They will feel sorry for her and just let her get away with it.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't feel sorry for her. I'd give her at least 15 to life with the possibility of parole, because maybe 15 years in prison might give her some sense. Put me on that jury. I'll volunteer.
All right, so I got one I got one other story that I want y'all thoughts on. All right, so this young lady she's talking about when she was in school. She was beefing with her roommate, and her roommate woke her up in a weird way. So I ain't gonna
weird.
Woke her up in a weird way.
That caption or whatever it's called does not just seem weird.
Let's wait. You're not going to play the video.
Okay.
Man, why are you
pissing all over me?
What'd you say?
I was gonna say, why aren't you playing it yet? Because you were just laughing.
Oh, my bad. All right, here we go.
I woke up to my roommate pissing all over me and all over my bedding yesterday morning. I hope this is a very concise way of telling the story, but I'm so frantic right now, and I don't have a place to go. So this is my cry for help. On Friday, I sent a message to my roommate. I have known this girl. I thought that she was fine. I thought that we were fine. I knew that we were not going to be roommates. I knew that we wouldn't be roommates for the next year, but I was honestly okay with that. So on Friday, April 11th, I texted my roommate saying that she needed to be more quiet in general on the phone. This is the text message that I sent to her on Friday at 7 p.m.
Okay.
All right, so it was okay. You're going to, I know you're going to kill it. So she's showing her love. I hope it's going well. I'm so happy for you. I'm hoping mom will come. I'm bummed I was gonna come again tonight, but
So that's the roommate. And then the blue one is her right here.
so this is her. The blue
This
is her.
the lady in the video that's talking right now. The blue one is her.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the roommate have been showing her a lot of love. She might have pushed the roommate too.
exactly. It looked it looked like the roommate liked her.
Yeah, she said, "But I love you and send you all the well wishes." I decided I was gonna
Yeah, she actually liked her.
like throwing up, so I decided she wasn't feeling well. Seemed like
The message that she sent to the roommate, honestly, to me, it seems a little bit like just telling your roommate to put headphones on because it's disturbing you. That could be one sentence, two max. Why is there a whole paragraph?
But hold on. So I'm looking at the date. Saturday, April 5th is when the roommate texted. You didn't respond. You didn't
A
like
week
it.
later.
You didn't emphasize it, but you come back with, "Hey, I would appreciate." But you know what? This one here, she might be missing a hamburger from her Happy Meal because it might be her. So that's my take on it because I'm reading roommate showing her a lot of love and she
is.
You done put
Even the previous message that we can't even see, it says, you're gonna kill it.
You got an exam. I know you're gonna kill it. You didn't even respond to that.
She didn't even respond.
That's
something else took place.
Something else took place.
Happened.
She might have deleted some messages, but this wasn't the message that you should have posted to justify her peeing on you. Because I'm with the one who peed.
I love this.
Yeah,
I love how quickly we switched. I'm so glad I asked you to pause it so we could read it.
What a segue.
If we didn't read it, we would just automatically
finish it now.
Whatever she says.
Let's
finish it. Let her finish because you got some more.
In this message, I said, "Can you please be quiet? Quieter. You can read the message yourself." I didn't think this caused any problems. I texted her that. I got no response. So I'm thinking that she understands where I'm coming from and everything is fine. I was wrong. At 5:26 in the morning, I wake up to my roommate squatting over my face, my arm, and my bedding, and she's pissing directly on me. It's all over my sheets. It's all over my bedding. I say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Or something along that lines. I don't remember exactly what I said in the moment. She looks at me and she goes, "Oh, sorry." Like she wasn't expecting me to wake up. I was so utterly disgusted and I did not know what to do. So I took all of my bedding off of my bed. And even it was down to the mattress. The mattress was soaked in piss. My mattress topper was soaked in piss. Everything was. I took all of my bedding off one by one. I realized that my mattress was soaked. So I go to the bathroom. I start to realize how traumatizing this was, how bad this was in the moment. And I didn't know what. I was just trying to keep myself calm because I knew that I couldn't do anything too bad in this situation. So the first thing I did was I took a rag and I washed the piss.
All right, before we finish, so far, y'all, which I think.
I think she's capping big time because I'm sorry. First things first, J Red, I think. Yeah. Nose rings, OV. Yeah, I agree. Something is not coming off believable with her right now. And on top of that, how did you not hear her come into your room, get up on your bed, move up to your head to squat on you, and then you only woke up when she started peeing? Come on. And the way she's saying it, it seems like just content creation for me.
Yeah, it seems like
something to go viral.
Yeah, she wants to go viral. Did she show proof of the piss?
Well, it's 4 more minutes to this video.
Oh,
I don't know if I got 4 more minutes of her. She's alive. Something not right. Something is just not adding up. However, pause. I do not agree with pissing on anybody. right?
Of course not.
I'm talking to the chat, but what I'm saying is something isn't right with her and her story. So I don't think it happened.
Hey, Mika talking about she's shooting her. She's shooting her on everything. She's like, she done. Thank you, Mika. Yeah, she's done. Nah, but so
what do you think?
I mean, I think she's wrong for getting peed on. I mean, for peeing on a girl.
Think she got peed on?
Huh?
Do you think she got peed on?
I don't know. I don't know if I believe she got peed on.
I like what
Angel trigger
I don't know if
colors.
She pissed the bed.
Right.
She pissed the bed and blamed it on the girl.
Yep, exactly.
Up on her face by the pillow area.
She's saving face right now.
Nah, no, I'm just saying. Okay, listen. So if you
she was too drunk, she fell asleep backwards, peed towards the head portion of where her pillow would be, and then the next morning she decided to cover it up by saying the roommate peed on her.
I think she did get peed on, and I think she deserved to be peed on. That don't mean I believe I stand with the peer. Now, only because now listen, I was looking at the text that she was sending her like a week ago, and she was giving her like all this love and everything, and trying to root her on and get her ready for whatever big thing she had going on. She ignored it, and then the girl still reached out with more and more and more loving on her. She responds a week later, demanding something and acting like she don't like her. Yeah, I mean, at some point you're going to get tired of it, and you know what? The bathroom is way over there, but guess who? Right there, your face, and I'm gonna squat over it and pee on your face.
Wally says, I think she's a freak and liked her roommate to do it. So
or maybe
maybe that is the case, and the roommate spilled the tea to someone else, and now this is her way of covering for it.
Maybe the roommate isn't giving her the extra attention that she's looking for, but she got it now.
Mika, you pulled up.
There's something else out of that roommate. The roommate is showing a lot of love, but I think that's who the roommate is. But this girl right here, y'all can't something. Well,
something's not right with her. There's a few screws loose.
Something's just not right with her. It's just not right.
And that nose ring is the first sign that something's not right. I don't trust anyone with that kind of nose ring.
Tell me more about that, so I know to look out for people with nose rings.
That and the blue hair and all that.
Her hair is terrible. Her hair is chewed.
No, her hair. I don't have a problem with. I actually kind of like it.
I have a problem. I have a problem with everything that she's saying. I have a problem with her acting like she's crying, and I haven't seen one tear drop. I just have a problem with all of this.
Yeah,
something not right.
Thank you so much, Mika. Apparently, she went to this school. She said they all remedial. I know y'all don't want to hear anymore, but I really want to hear why, because I never listened to this much of it. I heard probably like a minute of it, and I was like, man, I want to. Yeah, I was just dying laughing, and I did not finish it because it's a lady, and I wanted to put it in front of ladies.
Somebody in the chat said, "Who tells the internet they got peed on?" I would take that to my grave.
Honestly, you only say it if you want attention for it. That's my point.
Van, your chat is eating her eggs alive.
I'm gonna be right back.
Oh God.
All right, here we go.
Off my own bed, and I put all of the fucking piss covered things in a corner in the room. So I washed it all down, and then I knew that I would have to leave eventually. So I put a sheet on my bed. I lay back down. I didn't know what else to do. So I lay back down, and then the moment I wake up in the morning, I start to get my shit together. I get a bag. I start packing it. I start getting ready to leave this place. So after that, I I leave and I go to another person's dorm, to one of my very close friends. I call campus security and I tell them what happened. I report this situation. I visit another dorm on campus, and as I'm there, they tell me to go to the campus security desk and talk to them. So I talk to another CSO, which is a campus security officer. He then calls the police, and then another security campus officer talks to me. I explain the situation. I'm explaining how I don't feel safe going back there, and they are just like, okay, we understand, right? So then I talk to someone from Res Life, and I'm like, this is what's happening. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This happened to me. What are we gonna do? What are the next steps?
She's lying. She's lying. I ain't believing her.
She lying. No, she lying.
I ain't believing
I know a liar. She's lying.
But why would she come up with this dumb? I mean, it's this
Did
joint.
She go viral? Did she go viral? Everybody.
Yeah, this joint is at 1.2 million views in 7 hours on Twitter, on X. 1.2 million.
I don't believe a word from her.
I don't.
I do not believe anything. Because
if it really happened,
trust me, campus police would have done something.
They would have investigated that. That is something that you
100%.
Yeah.
Listen to this message right here. Say she doing too much. She doing too much talking to me. If that was me, I'd be doing my talking from a jail cell because I would have tried to kill her ass. No lie, pissing on your face. Nah, me too.
She probably has some problem with her roommate, and she's trying to embarrass her and gain internet sympathy. This is the problem with the internet. Everyone wants their 5 minutes of fame.
I mean, what if she did get peed on and we're over here making fun of the victim?
Okay. So let's talk about if she did get peed on. If she did get peed on, you doing way too much talking. You should have been whooping some ass and then came back with a glob of that girl's hair or skin in your hand to say she peed on me and this is the result. Why you have to tell us? What?
Not even that. I mean, okay, realistically, if she got peed on, that is actual assault.
That is.
If you went to the police and the police did their investigation, your roommate would be facing some charges. You wouldn't know. They wouldn't have just been like, oh, okay, we're just gonna let this slide. Especially with how much emphasis there is on school campuses now and trying to protect women. That's not gonna happen. Man, these gifs are hilarious. GIFs, whatever. I don't want to start a war in the comments about that.
I'm sorry. These are just ridiculous. I'm sorry.
But that was a good song, though.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Not speaking of R. Kelly, but seeing R. Kelly. R. Kelly called into a radio station the other day and was singing "Step in the Name of Love" and another song. And R. Kelly said he has over 25 albums that he's written while in prison. Who wants to hear them?
Who wants to hear R. Kelly's 25 albums
that he has written in prison? Not who wants to hear him. Who would listen if they came out?
I would have about a few years ago. I would have. Now I wouldn't. I mean, because the thrill is gone. The vibe is different. Like it, and it has nothing to do with his faults, him messing with girls and all that other stuff. I mean, because I was just now driving last month listening to Honey Love.
And so you don't know more?
No, I didn't turn it on intentionally. Like I don't listen to a lot of music altogether. So for me to go out my way and listen to one of his albums,
you would.
I mean, it has to be at the top of the charts, something that's already, but I wouldn't be doing it because I'm a fan of his. Nah, okay. I really don't have any interest of hearing one more song from Kels, to be honest with you. And it's not because of what he did. It's I just fallen away from that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you'll listen to them joints, won't you? You gonna play them and drive to them?
Let me tell you, I have a R. Kelly playlist that is on rotation weekly. So yes, I would.
Absolutely.
I can't wait until TikTok finds out who the roommate is and we get her side of the story, because I feel like this is going to be.
We got to go on TikTok because I think TikTok may have found her.
Really? I
TikTok
hope
be finding everybody.
TikTok has a way of investigating.
yeah.
They're the real sleuths.
We have an investigation unit over here.
Well, from what I'm seeing on X, nobody's believing this story.
I don't believe it.
Nobody's believing this story.
I don't. Right. And listen, and I am normally the one that advocate for the victim. That girl, I just don't feel in my spirit she's a victim. She woke up, wanted the attention, and said, let me walk the campus and come up with the story. Almost like a Jussie Smollett. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, definitely Jussie Smollett.
And the young lady
Jussie Smollett.
Smollett.
And his name is Smollett.
No, it's Juicy. Smollett? It's not Jussie, it's Juicy.
Smouye. He got so many different pronunciations.
I'm Canadian.
Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, Chad is saying they don't believe that story. And I think it may come out. Here we go.
It's going to come out. Just like this story right here has come out.
Oh, dude.
You know what's wild about this story, though? What's wild about this story is, I mean, Stephen A. just now covered it. Stephen A.'s video yesterday went crazy. I think it hit like 1.3 million, 1.4 million views in less than 24 hours because he was breaking the story. Because he was the one that recruited Shannon Sharpe to come work for ESPN when Shannon Sharpe left the other company with Skip Bayless and them. And he helped him put a bag in his hand, in his pocket. So that was awesome. But he didn't really stand with him the same way that he stood with Jay-Z when the same lawyer came out saying that a 13-year-old is talking about Diddy and Jay-Z did this, that, and the third tour. And Stephen A. was like, nah, that never happened. I know Jay-Z, blah, 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 blah. I'm not believing this. This is BS. That's what he was saying when he first heard the story about Jay-Z. When he even heard this story about Shannon Sharpe, he was like, we're going to have to wait until everything comes out. He's speaking real, like, business, because he works for ESPN and they can't say anything that can get them sued. This is an employee of theirs. So what they have to say is we got to wait until I'm sorry?
It's all alleged.
Yeah, it's all alleged. They got to wait until all the facts come out and everything. You know what I mean? But this joint, his lawyer offered the girl $10 million. She denied it. She didn't want to accept that. She want 40 more. So, hey, thank you so much for the super chat, True Business. Got to make that money, man, and still remain the same now. Okay, Bone Thugs, got to make the money, man. Money, man. Thank you, big dog. Appreciate you.
Was Shannon Sharpe fired from ESPN, or did he eventually step down? Because that is the part I don't know.
He was not fired. What he did was he came out and he made a statement. His statement was, while I'm going through this these allegations, I'm gonna go ahead and step away from work while I'm dealing with this, so I don't have to worry about that part of my life. And he said, I'll be back to ESPN during preseason NFL football. That's when he said he'll be back. Yeah.
But Van, in terms of dude, what was his name? Stephen A. Smith. In terms of Stephen A. Smith and his reaction to how the Jay-Z situation was and the Shannon Sharpe thing, I can cut him some slack based off the stuff that was leaked or released for Shannon Sharpe in terms of the audio recording, because nothing like that came out about Jay-Z. And I'm sure if it had, then he wouldn't have been as sure about Jay-Z's involvement or innocence. So I think there is some wiggle room instead of just because he is also associated with ESPN. But now the texts and everything else that came out,
I want to go back further. So when this story broke, I watched it, I listened to it, but because I know how karma works, right? And I hope this is a teaching moment for somebody. I'm gonna shift a little bit. This is why you have to be very careful what you put out into the universe, into the earth, because things really do come back, regardless of what you believe or who you believe.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe had a stylist, and he was sitting courtside with his stylist, who just happens to be a young man of the LGBTQ community. When people started speculating about Shannon dealing with his stylist on a, on a sexual
Personal level, being gay, potentially.
Yeah, he got offended or whatever, but he ended up firing the stylist.
Why did he do that? Oh, to save face.
He fired the stylist, and I don't think that was fair. That wasn't right. I know this is what I know from being a stylist and being styled. The person who dresses you, who does your hair, who does your makeup, potentially becomes a very great trusted friend. You share everything with that person. Imagine what that guy was going through after being Shannon's stylist for so many years, and now you throw me away because we got caught sitting courtside. And and look at what that young man had to deal with. And so now things start to come full circle. You had Cat Williams telling him, you had Monique telling him, you had the girl on the red carpet trying to introduce him to women. Shannon never wanted it. Oh, wait, let me back up. Before this even happened, remember, Shannon went viral for like a sex tape or something that couldn't nobody see. Remember all that?
The accidental sex tape. On live stream.
Yeah, but it was an accidental sex tape because you were trying to again save face that just a couple months ago, maybe a year ago,
You was being accused of being gay.
Exactly. So you know what, Shannon? Cut the shit. I don't need at this point. Black women have decided that we were going to rest. And so I'm only having this conversation because I'm talking to y'all, but I really don't care what happens to them. I don't care what they do to him. I don't care if they take his money. I don't even care. And usually I don't want things like that to happen to a Black man, but you don't want us. You don't want to be a part of us. And so go ahead on and go.
I see that part right there. I think he do want y'all. I think he do want to be a part of y'all. He
don't.
wants y'all to be his fan base. He wants y'all to be his support group. He wants y'all to be his family. He wants y'all to be the private parties and events that he go to. Those are the people that he want to break bread with and rub elbows with and hug and kiss and love on and go to church with. But when it comes to dating and taking advantage of, I don't think a Black woman wants to be with Shannon Sharpe in this part of his life. If she does, then she's doing herself a disservice, because right now all he want to do is play. He just want to play with a body. He just want to play with a body, use somebody. And I don't think anybody who is worth their salt should want to be in the same space as him in this this small portion of his life, because right now the dude is seeing money that he's never seen in this life.
Yes.
All he want to do is play. Yes. All he want to do is play. That's why when he was talking to one other podcaster, he was talking about he don't want to date his age. He want to date his wage. You heard that? Like, I want to date my wage. I want to date up. I want to date what is considered to be America's standard that I really don't buy into. But you know what I mean? That's how some people look at it. That's how Hollywood looks at it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
on so many levels. Because I'm sorry, he is a literal grown child, and date my wage, not my age. I'm sorry, but that just goes to show you don't even have any mental acuity and matureness to know that your connection with someone is not through monetary value. Just because someone makes as much as you, that doesn't mean anything. Can you talk to them about life experiences? Do you guys have similar life experiences? Do you have a connection that's based on more than material things. And Van, this goes back to the conversation that we were having on Tuesday. This is moral decay. Everything is humanistic. It's replaceable. Everything is people put value in money and in material things instead of actual. They're putting the value into shallow level things instead of deep connections. And that's why he is a child. He's a 54-year-old with the mentality of a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
You can honestly, I agree with what you just now said, but I have to say, he's no different from anybody else. He's somebody that
I'm not
has
saying he's
vices.
different than that's the whole point. Everybody today is like that now.
Yes, but where I'm going with this is we all play at our level. You know what I mean? And that's what he's doing. He's on the dark side. He don't want that little girl for her mind, her conversation. He don't want to walk down the street and hold hands and raise children with her. He don't want to do none of that. He want her for every one of her holes, and that's it. He want her because she is a nice body from the back. I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
The young lady she's stacked. But that's honestly because I have a 19-year-old daughter. I look at that as gross. I'm one of them guys that one of these OGs, I guess, unks, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but I'm one of these guys that think it's creepy for a nigga to be 50 something years old and be dating somebody in their 20s. That's just me.
I think that's
now
just
you go and do.
I don't care what the age of consent is. Young is young. I don't care. It just 19. Yeah, you're grown. It's young. 19,
It's young.
50. No.
If I'm 80 years old and my 50-year-old son is thinking about dating a 19-year-old, he's getting a whooping from his 80-year-old mom. Because it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're thinking like that, something is wrong with you. And Shannon Sharp, I think he does have a lot to offer everybody.
That's his world, though, Anna.
He needs to get some help and put his life into perspective.
First of all, get some help for what exactly? Because
for all the healing that he needs to do to grow past the maturity level that he's stuck at.
See, and that's the thing. So he runs in circles that all of the old niggas I know are dating somebody that young. That's what they do. This is what we do. This is our group we're in. And the way that they do it, they sit back, smoke their cigars, they sipping on their expensive cognac or whatever they like to sip on, white or brown, whatever it is. And they're living in a nice, soft life that they created for themselves by grinding, by doing something different, by going above and beyond the average American. So they feel like they can indulge above and beyond the average American, and that sends them into a dark space where they don't care about age. They don't care about any rules. And as long as they protect themselves and they get some consent, you sign that NDA, everything's off the table. You said you 18, show me your ID, sign this paper, it's going down.
Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that I guess what I'm trying to say is he needs to get help so that he can heal himself, where he's living his life for himself and not based on what everyone else around them is doing for themselves. Because I have had friends that make decisions that are completely different than what I would do, and I can hang out with them, have a relationship with them, but I will never let the peer pressure or the image or anything pull me into making a decision that doesn't sit well with my soul. Does that make sense?
I hope so.
He needs to heal himself for that.
I pray so.
I would say this regarding Shannon. I'm still stuck on the friendship and the relationship with his stylist. And from what I know, in being in community with friends of that community, it's better for Shannon to date a younger woman, black or white. It's better for him because men who are living two lifestyles prefer dating younger. You slow, you don't know, you're not mentally sharp. I can do all of these things. Yes, allegedly. I can do all of these things to you. You may not even know. I can live with you. I can do whatever I'm doing with you. I can be courtside with my stylist. You just thinks he's my style. You understand? And so it's just, and even watching how Shannon interviews, you said something that he has some growing to. I don't know if growing up, but he has some growing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like Van said, that lifestyle is dark over there. And sometimes
He's giving into it for that dollar.
Yes.
He's giving into it.
Yes.
He in it.
It's disgusting. It's gross. And have you read the text message or listened to the messages, the voicemail messages between him and her, and then the text? Like, even how she's speaking, whether somebody, because here's the thing, while Shannon is doing what he's doing, is somebody grooming this girl to do it? Neither is innocent. The 19-year-old nor Shannon. Right, where you sent out the door specifically, because even in how she's talking.
Oh no, she's hunting. She's hunting him, and she almost got him. She's hunting him.
The most,
she's honestly,
beyond all of the, and this is something that I can ask both of you, but beyond the BDSM stuff that she was texting him, the most disgusting thing is the race play stuff that she was sending him.
Yes.
The race play.
You haven't seen that?
Hold on. Come on, man. Okay.
You mean the one where you were saying a big black baby? That one?
That one, and there's more than that. There's a lot more than that.
Where in the world are y'all seeing all this stuff?
I'll be over on TikTok.
It's been in multiple articles and people that have been covering it.
Holy crap, man.
The race play texts were the most uncomfortable ones for me. Way worse than the BDSM stuff, because now all of the adult books that Book Talk and all of that are covering, it's sexual stuff like 50 Shades of Grey.
All right, so here's a text that came from her in November 23rd, 2023. I want to put my tongue in your and then marry you. Okay. All right. So she sent that to Shannon Sharp. Then she sent him another one. So where's his that he sent it to her? I see the ones that she sent.
What I'm saying is the ones that she sent to him. It's so, and the fact that he gets turned on by this, and there were some that he had sent to her.
I want you to put a big black baby in me. What the hell?
Right, yeah, that was crazy.
She told him that I want you to put a big black baby in me.
And at 19, this is how she speaks, though. Like this is that's her reality. Because guess what? While we saying he's sick, she's sick too, and I'm praying for both, but something happened along the way with her as well. Because I'm all about healing. This is how you're speaking at 19. Either you were groomed to do this again. Even if somebody say she has a fetish, where do you learn that at? I guess I live in another world. Where do you learn that at 19?
Where do you learn this at 19? You're absolutely right. You learn it from your upbringing. You have too much free time. You fall in love with the freaky side. You start watching movies and being promiscuous at a very young age. And next thing you know, that's what you like to do and talk about. Your favorite artist is Sexy Red.
I feel bad for her. This is a yeah, okay.
But this does show, I mean, to me, this does show that it was consensual.
Yeah.
I mean, because she's going. All of these are these messages right here. Even says it are all initiated by the girl Gabby Zuninga, and they're very graphic. And she said a lot of stuff back to back. Even if he didn't answer, she would say something else. She wanted to be pregnant by him. It looked like.
I think so, because then that secures the bag for at least 18 years.
At least.
Shayna has daughters, right?
And he got kids.
Children. He has kids.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Van,
that your career could be just draining because this is what you choose to do. And let me just say this, because I'm a grown woman and I can say it. A 40-year-old woman could have done the same thing. If you just wanted younger, a 35-year-old woman could have offered him the same thing.
I think so too.
But you know what? You did what you wanted to do, and this is the response from what you did.
You know what I think they like to do? I think they have that pedo spirit in them, but they don't want to go across the line where they will be held. Well, they will be arrested for it, or they violate the law. And I think if they do want to violate the law, then they go through one of their friends and operate through the back channels of Hollywood the way that they do on a crazy level. But I'm not even going to get into that because we're not supposed to discuss nothing like that.
Put this into perspective. He was 54 and she's 19, right? So when he was putting it into perspective, imagine if he was 50 and she was 15. Still the same age gap, and it's just rewinded 5 years. That would qualify him as a PDF file. Yeah. So it's the same thing, only he waited until he would not face any charges for it. That doesn't make it okay. I
mean, you act like he knew her since she was 14 and he waited 5 years. I can't wait until you grow up, girl. I can't wait until you grow up. Nah, it wasn't that. He just liked to have fun with the barely legals. Exactly. Because to them, that's like the sweetest thing that they ever. And I honestly can't even speak on it because I'm just different from a lot of these guys out here who they say that OnlyFans, their clientele is mostly married men. That's what they say. Their clientele is mostly married men. And these girls are mostly under the age of 25. Very young. Mm-hmm. So that's just something I think that any man that pays for it, I think you're sad and you need prayer.
Fathers need to get off of OnlyFans and go father their daughters so that they don't end up on OnlyFans.
Well, a lot of men are on OnlyFans because they're unhappy at home. So they over there trying to get fulfilled for other things. So that's why they over there. But I don't think little girls should be over there. However, you can tell
entertainment.
Yeah, you can tell OnlyFans you're 19 and hey, you got a show.
And then you go over there and what they doing? Pouring milk on their feet in slow motion.
But this is the thing. It's so the connotation behind OnlyFans for some people is negative, but there are a lot of things that go on over there. It's not just sexual. People may be on. It's called OnlyFans, meaning you can have an OnlyFans. This group can be OnlyFans, but you know.
Are you trying to turn this into an OnlyFans?
Oh, it's kind of like Patreon. A lot of people have been using OnlyFans lately as a Patreon, where the stuff that they would post on YouTube, but it would get flagged or banned. Yeah. They put it on OnlyFans, and I know people. Well, I've seen people that have advertised their cooking channels on OnlyFans.
Van, you don't believe
I don't understand why it would be a cooking channel. What are you talking about?
You think OnlyFans is just for explicit things? It's not.
I think they say, "Welcome to my cooking channel," and then they start twerking.
Something else.
Cooking with Key, is that her name?
Cooking with Kaya.
I like her. She has a catchy tone to it.
But they were mad at Kaya. They were mad
That's
at Kaya because she
People
could
are
cook.
always gonna be mad.
But Kaya views were up. Kaya wasn't having sex with anybody. Kaya was saying cooking with me, and she was twerking. Who was she hurting?
Let me make a correction. I ain't got no problem with OnlyFans as a company. I don't have no issue with it. I just think that it's weird for any man to pay to see somebody who is under a certain age in a sexual manner. I think that that's
I
creepy.
ain't never seen no cooking over there.
Someone's like, I'm gonna start an OnlyFans for my Pomeranian. I should start one for my cat. Where
You're gonna
is
start one for your cat?
Mila? Mila should have an OnlyFans. Mila's a cute white Scottish fold.
Wow,
I'm
why
sure
can't
people
why
would
can't be
prefer
a
her.
black Scottish fold?
Because she's half Russian, half
racist.
Ukrainian. I call her my war baby. She's a conflict baby.
Oh, speaking of happy Armenian G side Remembrance Day.
Well, it's not happy, it's sad because it's
Sad Armenian G side Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, celebrating it for how many years now?
Well, not celebrating it. We're
remembering it.
Remembering it for this. It happened it started April 24th, 1915. So it's 110 years now.
So what do you do? Light candles?
Million.
What do you do? Like
see protests in LA because it's the largest Armenian population. And I mean, massacres had taken place before 1915, but the main organization of rounding up community leaders and church leaders and whatnot and unaliving them took place on this day 110 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. By the Ottoman Turks against the Christian Armenian minority.
That's so daggone sad.
Yep. But I mean, I just tried to spread awareness because I feel like persecution against Christians gets overlooked and forgotten. And even though it flared up again in 2020, media did not cover it. Flared up again in 2023 when 180,000 Armenians were basically pushed out of their native homeland.
Do you get upset that people don't talk about it enough?
I do. It's frustrating because I see things that flare up in terms of a fad or a trend, like the conflicts that are happening right now. I don't know if that's going to flag you, so I'm not going to say the country's names, but seeing that gets
Azerbaijan.
Yeah, well, Azerbaijan is the country that was doing it to Armenia, but it's also unknown. Well, because if media covered it, people would know, but Turkey was
Turkey's involved. Yeah.
And Turkey was also, because this was after the US pulled out of Syria, so Turkey was taking ISIS members and the ones that were prisoners of war and telling them that if they were to go and fight on behalf of Azerbaijan, that their family would be getting paid. So they were using mercenaries from Syria that were ISIS members.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, you saying a lot now.
Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, everyone should look into that because Christian persecution is highly overlooked and it's still going on today.
It most certainly is. So we need to stop meat riding certain organizations that allow this to happen. How y'all feel? Y'all good?
Good.
Okay, good. Because we are coming to a close. I believe that this was absolutely dope. Now I'm not going to keep y'all for too long because I want to actually see if we can do like an hour and a half, an hour. So we are in the planning stage, but I want to make sure that y'all are straight. I'm good. I like the way it's going, to be honest with you. And it's going to be more people. It's going to be fire.
Once everyone gets their schedules in order, you can catch me here every Tuesday and Thursday because I've already cleared my schedules.
Talking about our Armenian G side. Don't you better not get my daggone channel in more trouble.
I won't. That's not my goal. I'm wearing a shirt that says I'm a piece of Armenian. So
what's your shirt say?
It's the map of Armenia and says, "I am a piece of Armenia."
Oh, okay. Check you out. Repping Armenians.
Yeah.
You gonna get a tattoo on your neck for Armenia?
I might get the outline of Armenia because it looks like a lady's head if you go look at it. I think it
for
looks
real?
really nice. Yeah, Mother Armenia.
Okay. And your whole family is Armenian, right? Your mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, the Kardashians are Armenian, right?
The Kardashians.
Yeah.
If you ask an Armenian, I don't consider them Armenian, but sure they are by blood. Robert Kardashian was Armenian. Yes.
Okay.
Their dad was.
Yeah, their dad
Their
was.
mom is not.
Culturally, they are not, and they only claim anything Armenian when it's going to make them richer. So,
wow.
They have their skims made in Turkey. So,
okay.
That tells you how patriotic they are.
Well, I'm going to say this. I appreciate y'all pulling up and agreeing to be a part of this. If y'all got something to say to the people, let them know. But we be back on Tuesday anyway. But if y'all got something to say to them, y'all can go ahead and say it. Just don't get me in trouble.
Well, I would just say thank you so much for such an interactive chat. I did more laughing at the chat than I have with the actual panel. So thank you so much. And thank you for being kind to me and being not so hard on me. So thank you. Come back next Tuesday.
Why would they be hard on you? Because did you know I voted for Trump?
Did I vote for Trump?
Did you know I voted for Trump?
Yes. Because it almost severed our friendship. Almost. However, God said,
y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
God said, forgive your enemy.
I would never be your enemy, young lady. You already know that.
Thank you so much, Courtney. So yeah, I did know. You talked about it every day, all day, and I got sick and tired of seeing it and hearing it. But I didn't say anything because you let me go on a rant whenever I want to go on a rant about anything. So that's why I just didn't say anything. So now I don't care. Because what I like about it is that you were bold enough to say it. There are people who look at me dead in my face that won't tell me. So, yeah. South Side.
Thank you, Courtney.
So, Van, you got the pretty girls out tonight. That's what they saying.
I always got pretty girls out. I keep y'all out of trouble so y'all can stay away from them. Yes. Well, y'all protected already by kings, so y'all good. Y'all good. Yeah. But but I enjoyed it, and I look forward to throwing some more crazy topics at y'all. Probably no more peeing on people's faces type of topics. But
he was capping though.
I enjoyed that one. I don't care what y'all say. I enjoyed that one.
That was great because of how much you got to roast her.
You've never heard nobody tell a story and they just lying, but you going along with it. That's what I did with her tonight. I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed listening to her laugh.
I did too, honestly. That one was, I think, the funnest story that we covered.
Yeah.
And it might just be because of how absurd it was.
I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole over on TikTok to find a girl. You know what? We're going to look for a girl that may not even exist.
I need to find the roommate, and I hope the TikTok sleuths have already found her and that she has posted her side of the story because I am so excited for it. This should be something that Candace does a deep dive into.
You think so?
100%. See if there even is a roommate.
She might do something like that. She got enough time on her damn hands. She making so much money from YouTube. It's crazy. She can do it.
Yeah. I mean, but granted, she is also approaching her due date. And if she ever sees this, Candace, hope you and the baby are well.
Is she pregnant again?
Yeah, she's about to pop.
Look at her making babies. I see y'all not practicing no pull-out game.
Well, like she said,
be the glory.
Perpetually pregnant.
Okay. All right. If you did it from the back as a boy, Hey guys, thank y'all so much for pulling up all of my blues. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. And for everybody who submitted a super chat, thank you so much. Anyone who's thinking about doing YouTube and you need a bit of assistance, make sure you check out this ad that's coming on after this. And I would say that you might want to grab that course that's inside the links. The very first link inside the descriptions. Love y'all. Make sure you share this bad boy, like this bad boy, and I'll see y'all in the next joint. Y'all have a great night. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.